This is going to be my newest concept for the 8-hour diet. I really believe in this diet because here's a good example. Just got off vacation, was 238 pounds. Okay, haven't been 250 for a long time simply because I'm doing the 8-hour diet. I've cut the soda. I've cut all these things, and I have put on a little bit of muscle because I've been doing a special workout, which I'll share that with you guys on here as well. Over 40, probably fixing to be 44, who knows. But just really excited about this diet because it gives you mental, for lack of a better word, mental power. When you know that you can go in and start this thing at 10 o'clock every day, finish it up at 8, and in those parentheses, eat what you need to get by. And I've actually got a new section to it, which I needed to put on my blog, on Blogger, where the first 2 hours of every day, because I'm vegetarian, I get my B12, I get my B6, and I eat items that are going to give that to me. Sometimes I'll do the low carb, and the pounds start to drop. This morning I got up and weighed myself, and I was 235 pounds. And I was straight up 238 pounds after my vacation, which ended Sunday, and today is Thursday. So who can drop 3 pounds in 3 days? I don't know any diet that does that except one where you starve yourself. So this is called 8-hour diet street edition because you got to get down and you got to get dirty on this fat, and you got to watch what's going on. So the first step is to weigh yourself, and weigh yourself in the morning and weigh yourself at night, because when you mentally get around what your body does and what it doesn't, you can take a lot of the frustration out. A lot of people get emotional and they're like, oh my word, I've put on 15 pounds or 10 pounds or even 2 to 5 pounds. And it drives people a little crazy. And I understand why, because when you can't fit in your jeans, you can't put that shirt on, you can't put that item on that makes you look fantastic, you get frustrated. So this is called 8-hour diet street edition because I've been using it for so long now, and my other videos on the 8-hour diet have done so well on YouTube. They're using it to lose weight. So if you have a story here that's helping you lose weight, go for it, because the comments where people come in and talk about the way I look and all that stuff, it's irrelevant. Don't even hear it, folks. Go in and try this diet and lose weight. So step 1, put nutrients in your body that are going to make you feel good, because you're only eating between 10 and 8. So 12 and 8, 10 and 6. I do 10 and 8. It's really not 8 hours. It's 10 hours, but you can do 10 to 6. Know in your mind around 6 o'clock you're starting to wind down. But the thing is, if you're not eating overnight, your body goes into fast mode, and you start burning that fat off. It's great for diabetes, stroke, heart disease. And my theory is it's because you're burning those extra carbs out of there. You're burning the carbs out. So I've used that as my core. Now I'm adding the vitamins in. I work out still 3 times a week, which I need to do another video and talk about what I learned working out 3 times a week for 3 years, and how I had to change my workout up. What I learned from being a vegetarian and not getting enough B12. What I learned when I started back on meat as opposed to not eating it, which is when I get back off vacation, I don't eat any meat whatsoever. And I love having that mental control to say, I'm not going to eat that. And when you get into that zone with your mind where you can say, I want this or I don't want that, life starts to change, folks. So that's why I've renamed this the 8-hour diet street edition. And I hope you get my meaning. But the first thing is, when you get up in the morning, eat healthy nutrients after 10 o'clock. Sure, your mind's going to tell you, hey, this isn't comfortable, I don't like this. That's because you're burning that fat out of your body. I've been about 233 pounds for over 2 or 3 years now. I was 250 pounds, okay? And you get all that stuff. You feel guilty, and you're like, man, I just went to Applebee's and we tore it up. I had a steak and a baked potato and all this. And when you're looking at that scale and you're 250 pounds, man, don't think your emotions aren't going to dump into your bloodstream and you're going to be like, wow. Get on this diet, and the main thing to take away from it is that mental control to say no. I'm not saying I always say no between 10 and 6 or 12 and 8, but I love the power of beginning to feel that, hey, I don't have to have it if I don't want it. I'm drinking a drink right now. You might be able to see the item there. And I've managed to lose weight drinking one of those, but I did cut out the whipped cream that's all over the top, and I don't have one of those every day, but I was, running by Starbucks, and that arm came out of nowhere and drugged me in the store. Was not my fault. So anyway, feeling really good still about the 8-hour diet. It has stood the test of time. So the first thing in the morning, fill yourself with good nutrients and just focus on that until lunchtime and say, hey, I got this. Maybe throw a snack in there where you eat some cheese or some protein, just to tide you over. Or, at 2 o'clock every day I do a can of tuna. And, try to work out 3 times a week. The cool thing is it gets easier, folks. The more you work out, the easier it gets on your mind, and suddenly the habit is you don't even have to think about it anymore. So that's the way I've done it, keeping 17 pounds off of my body. I was having issues of high blood pressure, maybe some heart palpitations. I was thinking I was going to be pre-diabetic. And the only thing I missed the boat on being a vegetarian is I wasn't getting enough B12. And that changes you a bit, and I'll do a video on that as well. But get out there and lose some weight. 8-hour diet, street edition.